in STB, where tonight it is Tier 1, the Qatar Grand Prix. It's a very exciting one for tonight, as it is a sprint race, and because it's a sprint race, it is going to be a one-shot qualifying session. No messing around here in STB when it comes to sprint races. We get straight into that one-shot qualifying session, and then straight into the sprint race. Qatar, such a, immense track in real life, and it's going to be even more immense in terms of tyre wear for F123, as unfortunately I discovered when I once had a league race on here and punctured one of my tyres. So I'm glad to be joined here by STB Muddy, who is my co-commentator for tonight. Qatar going to be a great track and even more a great race.
Yes, Matt.
Pistol.
He's going to be racing tonight. You're commentating with me, Pistol. Lovely stuff. see how I just manoeuvre myself around that. Anyway, yes. Welcome to Qatar. Salam alaikum from Qatar. Here, a bit of Arabic for you here. One-shot qualifying. Pistol, no fucking about. And we are getting going then for the Grand Prix. 19 drivers tonight. A few new ones. Pistol. We'll be able to see who's going to get pole position. It's a very fast-flowing circuit. A fan favourite, a driver favourite, a fan favourite. I think everyone on the grid loves Qatar, so I can't wait for this race, Pistol.
Well, I'm just on board with Spenny, who has made a massive mistake going into that double right-hander, who now cost himself quite a bit of time. I will be spectating though Semike out of the rest of this. You might see that Attila My Driller is not racing tonight, as he has had a race ban from Las Vegas. So it opens up the opportunity. It does open up the opportunity for Semike to potentially penetrate that and get himself some very good points on the board. He needs at least 30 points on the board to carry this out.
Yeah, he needs to win the sprint, and at the moment he's not in a very good position, is he? Let's be honest.
Well, can he get himself from 9th up to 1st in just the final few turns here in Qatar? As he manoeuvres around the left, he's actually lost a couple of positions. He's back up to 8th, though, luckily for him. As he comes on that last turn, it looks like a Milan, who is called Harold at that top spot. And run the last turn, Semike, round that last turn. He'll be P7, but the man in P1 will be just How. Who is,
of course, people,
Milan is...
a lot of people, Pistol, disqualified from that session. It's very difficult in a one-shot qualifying. You've only got one lap to do it ahead of the sprint. But it is Milan who takes pole position for the Qatar Grand Prix. Second is new driver Alexander Dalinik. Third is Blur. Fourth is Adam Hunlow. Good effort from him. Fifth, C. Boas. Sixth was Semike. Seventh was Brainy Cactus. Eighth, SK. Ninth, Darlow. 10th, Callum. 11th will be Spenny, 12th will be Danny, and 13th will be Vegas Christoph. 14th is Vadim Shapilov. He was looking quite good. I think he may have cut it in the final stages of the lap, Pistol. 15th is King Julian. 16th is Mafio. 17th is Pistem. 18th is Darius Kotiga. And 19th is Rappy. It's so difficult, Pistol, to get a lap in the one-shot qualifying.
Well, what a qualifying session, what a one-shot here in STB. Well, not only that, just demonstrating the pace right here. I think it was a 20.4 was the pole, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm stupid, I don't know. 20.4, around that area. 20.2, something like that. Insane time from here into one, but it is to be expected, as this is the greatest tier in STB. And
maybe they've got more pace as well, Pistol, at their disposal, obviously, because they're it's a one-shot, so they would have had more laps if it wasn't. So we may see later on in the league, in the game cycle, what the drivers can do in a proper qualifying session around this track. So yes, Pistol, this is the first ever STB Qatar Grand Prix. I can't wait. I love coming to new circuits. Last week, Las Vegas, not really a track that many people enjoy, as Spenny has left again. That's great stuff. We'll get him back in. But yeah, Pistol, this is a much better circuit compared to Vegas.
Well, Qatar, one to be hyped about. Las Vegas, not one to be cheered on. But tonight, we'll be cheering on Semike to hopefully carry this championship battle out into next week, which is, of course, the worst track on the calendar, Brazil. But here we go, then.
Anyway, let's go.
It is 5 red lights for the sprint race here in Qatar. And it's lights out and away we go. Right off to the starters. You can just see Milan going down towards that first turn. You can just take a look at that Mercedes just in the background. The Ferrari getting a good start going down towards turn 1. Round the outside. Blur looks to go of that Mercedes as we humble down towards that first turn. And the McLaren of Alan Hunlow second his spot into P4. And Semike is already up to P5. Round the outside he goes.
It's all kicking off. Pistol in that midfield. So many drivers side by side as they come through. Vadim Shapilov is coming through. He's up to 14th. Callum's dropped down to P13. There's so much action. There's a spinning Alpha Tauri there. And there's an Aston Martin. That's Mafio. There's so much action here in the midfield spot as it's a 2-1 with 4 cars going down into that left-hander. The yellow flag's thrown up into Sector 1. That's Mafio who's made a mistake like you mentioned. So Mafio getting off to an awful start here early on as Julian Kalanantovic, he's right onto the back of Sky Callum, or VIF Callum, apologies for the mistake, as we go into this right-hander. It seems like, oh no, that's a Red Bull! There's a Red Bull that's
That's a Red Bull, and that's Vadim Shapilov. Going round there. Awful for the Red Bull, but luckily it's not the Red Bull that needs to win tonight, or needs to win this sprint race tonight to carry it out into next week.
That needs to be on the pace, Pistol.
Just take a look at
every inch of the circuit. He needs to get as much time. He needs to get past Adam Hunlow, keeping that DRS. He needs to really push on in this Qatar Grand Prix. He's got full drivers overtaken. He's in the slipstream now, down the straight. Overtake mode is enabled. He's going for this win here. And there's defence into turn 1. That's Milan Pistol. And Blur going side by side with new driver Alexander coming through.
Yeah, Alexander.
And Callum, I think, span.
Callum, yes, has made a mistake into turn 1. And he's into the gravel trap. Unfortunately for him, a little bit more happened.
Crystal's made a mistake as well, Pistol. There's been a bit of contact there. Into turn 1, it's such a horrible turn to go side by side.
As Hamilton proved, and all just watch Semike there, big snap of oversteer as he went through that left-hander. Thought Adam Hunlow potentially could have got into the back of that, but luckily for Semike, he's able to keep his position even after that big mistake. You know, Tier 1 is very unforgiving when it comes to those mistakes, so I'm very surprised that Adam Hunlow didn't even come to an inch of Semike there.
Yes, Sam needs to get on the back. This is so important. I think the main vocal point, Pistol, of our commentary tonight is going to be Sem, because he is the closest challenger to Attila in a championship. Attila will, of course, watch on in this Grand Prix. He's got a race plan for tonight. And then he'll see what he can do in Brazil. But I'll tell you something, I'm intrigued to see what Alexander's doing here because he's looking a very close contender for this win tonight, Pistol. He's got good pace here.
We could just take a look going down that main straight now as we go down towards the first turn. Blur right onto the back of Milan, but luckily for Milan, not able to go for the overtake just yet. 10 laps here in Qatar can seem like a bit of an easy swirl and an easy challenge, but realistically, when you're side by side with so many laps to go, and that was what I was just about to talk about. The cruelness of this circuit.
There's been a crash again. What is going on? Has Mafio crashed out again? I think a virtual safety car.
It's Julian Kalanantovic who has unfortunately messed it up into Sector 1. Spins, I believe, on the exit of that first turn going into the second. It's a very odd place to retire, but nevertheless he has. Spenny leaves the session once more.
He's having a few connection issues here, and he's got Darius. He's actually lost his front wing, and it is a safety car. Safety car is out. Here in Qatar, which they like to say in Qatar, they like to put it Qatar in Arabic. So I might run with that, to be fair. But yeah, Pistol. Do you think anyone will be pitting, or do you think it's best to just stay on these mediums?
You're idiotic if you pit right now. Granted, the tyre wear is very, very awful here in Qatar. You know, just a couple of laps on those tyres can bump it up to at least 25%. You get around 7% per lap. So these tyres probably already around 20% already here in Qatar. So, I mean, that is with soft. Or you could just take a look at Milan faking going into the pits there. We're seeing if he can debate anybody to actually make the awful mistake. And he has.
That's Brainy Cactus is him.
Well, I think that might be a front wing change more than anything. The only people who will be pitting are people with front wing changes. And that needs to be happening. But we'll take a look at Brainy Cactus. Is it a front wing change or is he just an idiot? Either way, he is still an idiot for getting front wing. He's just gone in for some early tyres. Very, very weirded out by why anybody would do that.
Well, Pistol, let's not be calling people idiots on the stream.
Yeah, no, I won't. But I'm just saying here, you know, it is quite surprising that people are already going on to those new soft tyres and seeing what they can get as a result of this sprint race.
Yeah.
Vadim Shapilov, I mean, I understand if it's just for a bit of a risk for the biscuit at the back end, but nevertheless, I mean, no, technically when you think about it, you do get one, okay, they're not idiots, because you do get one set of softs extra as a result, so they must be thinking of going either mediums hard in the race, or maybe go medium soft, but they still got one more soft to actually work with. So I don't think it's too idiotic going for the pit stops. I do apologise to anybody who've called an idiot there. So we will restart it. We'll take a look at the tyres already. You can just take a look. Brainy Cactus, so 12th to 18th, are all people who have pitted onto those soft compound tyres, but everybody else ahead on those mediums.
Yeah, the softs are going to wear off extremely quickly. Even a hard medium stint is not actually possible around this circuit because you're going to get a puncher either way.
That is without any safety cars, by the way.
Yeah, so this race is going to be strategy. And if Sam wants to win this championship, or at least have somewhat of a chance, he needs to get the strategy spot on. Here in Qatar.
Well, safety car won't be in this lap. It will come in to the next lap. So Milan will be able to lead the way just for one last lap, and then we'll get back racing once more. Alexander Delnik, of course, in P3. Doing well on his debut so far. He would currently get a podium here in this sprint race, getting himself a nice cheeky 6 points on the board already. And oh no, something's happened. No, never mind. No, it's just because I had the penalties up. That's
Bristol's coming back in the pit lane. He's had an absolutely shocking start to this race.
Which is very, very surprising, considering, you know, of course, we had
a stop go.
Yeah,
he's sped into the pit lane. Yeah, he's sped into the pit lane. Spenny's having a few connection issues.
Must be the perfect time to rejoin.
Yeah, he's not in the lobby yet, so I think he's having a few problems.
So we'll just have to wait for Uvages Klistov to get back towards the safety car. And once he does, we then go racing once more here in Qatar. Welcome to all 6 or so viewers who are watching the first ever Qatar race here in STB's history, I should add. The 23 season history. This is the first ever race. So it should be hyped up. It should be excited about as we go. I mean, Qatar... just such a good track in general.
Spenny keeps leaving and joining him. Spenny keeps disconnecting from me.
We'll have to sort that out. Otherwise, he won't be able to race really tonight, would he? So he's really got to sort that out. If he is to get some good points on the board tonight, and hopefully he does. We would love to see that McLaren.
I think it's just me, Pistol, but the
Ooh, sorry.
The quality of Qatar, the sky is very pixelated. I think it's just me.
Yeah, I think that's just to represent the lights, really. I think that's just because of the lights.
Is it just me? Because it's really bad.
It's
anyway,
not. It's not just you. It's not just you. But I
it's
think
not
it's
just the sky that we need to think about, Pistol, because the safety car is in this lap. Currently, Pistol in Qatar is 31 degrees. So if this was real life, drivers really need to be thinking about cooling themselves down. But we ain't got to think about that. Especially as most of these are in Europe and it's now basically winter, so they've got to put the heating on.
Right, here we go then, as the restart of the safety car here live on Twitch. Follow us here on Twitch or YouTube and TikTok, even though we don't post on TikTok. Well, the commentator who's biased cheering on for Max Verstappen, the Max Verstappen of the STB. Me, however, I just want some good racing.
And there's been a collision on the safety car restart. I can't fucking believe it. Blur's been taken out. That's crazy.
I think I had a good view of that.
That's going to cause major issues, Pistol, on this restart of the Qatar Grand Prix. And Milan is going extremely slowly here. And it's go, go, go in Losail Doha.
And they can take a look at Semi-K looking to get right onto the back of that. Going towards that first turn. Will he go side by side with the Mercedes going towards the first turn? He looks for the move, but unfortunately cannot make it. Off the restart there, Milan gaining 4/10 right off that restart, so very good from him. It's going to be very interesting to see how these soft runners will deal out here on the restart. Blur, he's all the way down into P13, now getting eaten alive by the soft runners, as now down the inside, DJ Danny will have to look at it, and down the inside he goes, and down the inside, the move completed, and again, wide goes the Ferrari, he's dropping down. Blur is now going to be last place in this Grand Prix. Rappy.
And he's found on the exit there, traction.
Yeah, and now you can just take a look at Rappy here. He's now into P12. He's having some great battling behind him. As now round the outside, I think Darius Katiga's looking to go, and through goes Vadim Shabilov, who gets the move completed. 2-1 like a Tesco meal deal. Round the outside he goes.
And he's up the inside of Rappy here, Pistol. He's on those soft tyres. He needs to use these to his best of his ability. And then you got the other Alpha Tauri. That's DJ Danny trying to come through on Christoph as they come through the second sector now. Side by side. Oh my God.
Well, now you can just take a look at the... Oh no!
And
Adam.
He must have got on the curb, Pistol. He must have got on the curb or got tagged off the circuit. Must have been some contact there. He will most likely start from the back of the field here in Doha. And it's actually into turn 1, Pistol. It's Pistem versus Tharlo.
Versus Brainy Cactus. Yes, he will look for the move now. Down the inside, he goes. Tharlo goes a little bit wide on that turn due to potentially contact with Piston, but down the inside he goes once more now on Brainy Cactus. And despite being on those soft compound tires, it just seems like Brainy Cactus. Oh no, never mind. He's coming right back at him. It's side by side through the double right-handers. It's very risky here in Qatar. We'll go on board. He does squeeze Tharlo, doesn't he, a little bit going into that double right-hander, but nevertheless, he gets the move completed.
Yeah, Cactus is on those soft compound tyres now. So he will have that extra grip, but the tyres are going to be dropping off extremely quickly here, Pistol. Sem's got that gap. He's keeping it to 0.3 of a second to the Mercedes.
3 laps is all Semi-K needs, or technically 4, or 3.5 basically, to keep it in the championship. He needs to win tonight. He needs to win this sprint race. And if he does not, then bye-bye goes to championship. Bye-bye.
Well, we'll see after the race what the situation is, but at the moment, it's still all up for grabs for Semi-K. 0.4 of a second. If these two battle and collide, that's Sem up to P1. That would be the ideal situation for the Dutchman. Down the straight, then overtake mode is going to be enabled, and there's going to be some moving down the straights.
DRS is enabled this lap.
Yeah, that's double moving. Milan can't do that. That's double moving.
Yes, you cannot do that in. Yeah, already got my stewarding mind going, Ali, don't you worry.
Yeah, you can't do that
double weaving down that straight, you cannot do it. I don't think it will result into a penalty, I don't believe. But if that does happen and it does cause a massive collision, then it will probably be a massive warning.
Semi's right on the back of this, Pistol. Semi's right on his job. Brainy's already up to P5. He's picked up 2 places. He's passed Pistem and Boas, the 2 Alpines. So now next up for him is SK. But Sem is right on the chuff now. Come on, Sem. This is the opportunity. This is for the World Championship.
Well, can Max Verstappen keep the championship alive here in STB? ERS being used. He's got to use all 60% really. And these next few laps, he's got 20% less. Then Milan and Alexander.
Spin. Tharlo's in the gravel trap.
Tharlo is indeed in that gravel trap, and he is now into last place here in the
Qatar
Qatar
Grand Prix. A lot of contact tonight, Pistol. I don't know what's going on. It's a bit amateur so far. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not been amateur for that
Here we
top
go
spot.
then.
Here we go. Alexander Delnick had some very lightning pace going down towards that last turn. But now we take a look at...
He's going to get on the inside. He's going to get underneath him. DRS now.
DRS using by Semi-K. Will he use his DRS as well? This could be 3-1 coming into the first turn if all these lads aren't careful. You can take a look at Milan. He's going side by side with Alexander Delnick going into the first turn. Semi-K just watching this. Down the inside goes Delnick. Through goes Semi-K to potentially take P2. Round the outside he's looking to go with Milan. But he's not going to get the move completed. He has to stay behind
Alexander takes the lead off the sprint race, and Sem's going to go around the outside. Sem's going to have the inside for the next corner. Pistol into turn 2. Oh, he can't get the move. For fuck's sake, man.
Tharlo said, I've had enough of this sprint race. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
I go.
Tharlo's going to get him to have a cup of tea, and Sem's lost the back end into the braking zone. It's all falling away from him here in Qatar. What's the gap, actually, right now? Pistol, carry on.
bit of a mistake there with Semike, and that could potentially cost him the championship if he's not careful. Every little bit of this car must be pushed to its maximum limit. The lightning blue of this Rebel must lightning strike these two drivers ahead to potentially get this victory. I mean, if Delnick does get a penalty to what he did...
At the moment, Pistol, sorry to cut you off. At the moment, it is still mathematically possible if Sem finishes third in this sprint race. He needs to win the race, though, and get the fastest lap.
Well, it's just much more easier for Semike, isn't it, if he does get the win and the sprint race. That's why he's going to be pushing for it. I mean, he didn't know that before this race, actually, Malde, so thank you for saying that. He doesn't know that, Semike, so he's going to be pushing for a win. He might think that his championship's over before he even knows it, really. And then into the first turn.
And there's
Milan will send it down the inside. The Milan goes down inside. He's been pushed off wide. Alexander Delnick's been pushed off wide. It's side by side going into the second turn now. Into the left-hander they go. Still side by side between the two drivers. And there's contact between the both of them. Semike comes through. Semike comes through. Down the inside he goes. Alexander Delnick's been pushed off wide once more. And now down the inside once again from Semike. Goes wide once more, Delnick. He keeps the position. That can't happen. I'm sorry. I don't know what Delnick is doing there, and now that's going to cost Semike a position here, but Delnick should definitely get a penalty for that after this race for going off wide that much.
Yeah, but it'll only be for it won't be for the sprint race, Pistol. It'll only be for the race because you can't change the positions where someone starts on the grid. That's the problem with this unchanged sprint format. Luckily, he hasn't lost the position, but he has lost a bit of time there.
Well, Semike will finish second in the sprint race. It still is possible, correct, to win the championship?
He can't. No, Pistol. He can't win. He can't be second in the sprint. It's impossible for someone to get a penalty in the sprint race.
Is it possible for third place in the sprint to win, Malde? Because round the last turn, Milan will take the P1, or will Brady Cactus catch up for P2? No, he won't. But Milan will take P1.
It is possible, Pistol. It is possible.
Sorry, Milan just finished by only 16,000. We're yapper about the championship. And we've just had one of the closest finishes I've seen in racing history. 16,000 between Alexander Delnick and Hal Lowell. Unbelievable there between Alexander and LLL. Yeah, but Semike can still win the championship.
Right, sorry, Pistol. The gap at the moment is 58 points.
So 58, so 25 or 26.
But Sem basically needs to 32.
Can you get 32 points?
34. You get 34 from... so basically, if Sem can still win this race, he's still mathematically in the chance of the championship. The gap will be 33 going into Brazil.
Well, Semike has to win, correct?
He needs to win, otherwise Attila is the champion.
Well, he doesn't know that, so I'm going to just message him right now.
First is Milan. Second is Alexander on his debut. He will take second place on the grid. Third, Semike. Championship is still on. Fourth, Brainy Cactus. Fifth is Seabo. Sixth, Mafio. Seventh, Darius. Eighth, Pistem. Ninth, Callum. 10th, SK. 11th, Vadim. 12th, Blur. 13th, Christoph. 14th, Dida Danny. 15th, Adam Hunlo. 16th, Rappy. Speddy 17th. Dolo 18th. And King Julian 19th. That is your grid then for the highly awaited Qatar Grand Prix.
Well, here we go. We are now going to get set and ready for the...
So yes, Pistol, if Sem does not win this Grand Prix, Attila is champion.
Indeed. I've just messaged him going, you can still win the championship. You just have to win the full race. Has to win this Grand Prix. And if he does not... It's over. It's done and dusted. Championship battle? No. Done.
Well, we're going to find out. So this is where, Pistol, now the strategy is so important. The strategy is really important. If Sem wants to... excuse me. If Sem wants to send in a clip, the penalty, if there is a penalty, will be applied to the full race. It won't be applied to the sprint because you can't edit the grid results, unfortunately. It's just the way that this sprint format works. But Pistol, the gap at the moment is currently 58 points between Semike and Attila. So yeah, if Sem needs to win, like I said, if Sem gets second, not enough.
Well, Grand Prix awaits. Qatar Grand Prix awaits, and Semi K has to win. If it's a skin of his teeth, if it's by 16 thousandths even, doesn't matter. Semi K has to win. The Max Verstappen of STB has to win the Qatar Grand Prix, and if not, if he does fail, then the championship will be awarded to Attila, who we all know, I think, has been quite deserving of such a championship reign so far. But if Semi K can do the unthinkable, then, and only then, will he be crowned as a 2-time STB champion. Waiting for the players, waiting for them to get ready. Is it time? Are we ready to rumble?
Is it glitched? Oh, I get scared at this part when there's no...
Well, when you think about it, if all the drivers in Tier 1 chat are still yapper, then it probably isn't glitched, Marder. But here we go then, folks. The long-awaited Qatar STB Grand Prix in Tier 1 is undergo as we go down towards that first. That's a great start, I think, by Milan. Milan, as we go down towards the first turn, Semi K losing out of position. But here we go. It's 3-1. It's 3-1 going into the first turn here. Milan's lost the position. Can he lose 2 as well? Going into the second turn now, around the outside. Brady Cactus looks to go. He's got the move completed on Milan. Semi K stuck down in 4th place.
Crash. Callum's been involved in a collision. That's Vadim Potiga.
Vadim, Shabilo, Tharlo, Callum, all into those last places now due to a massive collision that's just occurred. But Semi K down the inside of Milan. Going onto the exit though. Here into the right hand. He has to make this move stick. He has to make it stick. It's a bit of contact. Going into the right hand. He's been pushed off a tiny bit wide there actually by Milan. And going into the next turn, he's lost out in a position. 3 goes C Boas for P3.
But yeah, this is mental. And Blur's getting a bit argy-bargy stuff. We've got SK and Mafio fucking out.
Mafio
this is a bit argy-bargy stuff in Qatar.
Such a difficult place to overtake these right-handers here into Sector 3.
And because Pistol, the cars are so, like, there's such a low gap. The drivers are so close, bunched up together. It's going to be
Milan in the pits. Milan in the pits. It's got to be for damage. Milan is in the bloody pit lane. I can't believe what I'm seeing. He slows down, and Semi K gets the overtake, on C. Bowen's going down towards the first turn. He's got to be with NDRS. He's got to have...
And Brady Catches has got the move turn on Alexander. It's a Mercedes 1-2.
Yeah, DC Mercedes just needs the battle, and then Semi K can get back into this. C. Bowen's just behind Pista into P5. And Brady Catches leading the way here in Qatar. DJ Danny overtaking Vegas Christoph as they're still side by side actually going into this right-hander. But everybody either on mediums or on hards. It's Spenny, Rappy, Cortiga, Blur and Danny who are all on mediums. Everybody else on those hard-set compound tyres. So from P1 to P7 they're all on hards.
Milan seems to have had... what tyre did he start on? Because he may have been put onto...
Milan started on mediums.
He may have been put onto the mediums that they have for the sprint. He might have... His tyre allocation, I don't know, that's definitely not a bug. He's saying it's a bug, Pistol, but I don't think it is because he would have been put on the... maybe his tyre allocation only allows him to have one set of mediums. Maybe he's gone into softer, I don't know.
Well, let me go then. It's Alexander Dalnik versus Brainy Cactus going into that first turn. Overtake completed by Alexander Dalnik going into the first turn. Overtake completed down the straight, and even before the apex, moved done and dusted. Brainy Cactus goes wide though. Semi-K is now back within 1 second of Brainy Cactus. 7 tenths, 8 tenths is the gap. But yet again, if you
Pistol, sorry to cut you off. I'm intrigued to why these drivers are starting on hards. This is a two-stop race.
Well, I think it'll be hard, medium, and then maybe a safety car comes on, maybe a hero for a safety car comes out, and potentially softs are put on as well. But you can take a look at Matthew. He's right onto the back of SK, going into the right-hander. SK was able to defend, I believe. I actually can't remember, against Matthew going into the tight left-hander.
And he's got the Williams behind him as well, of Christoph.
And Christoph will look for the move down the inside. It's quite a late lunge, but he is able to make it work, as now they're still side by side going down towards the... Oh, that's a little bit of a argy-bargy elbows out moment there from Maffio, and Rafio could have sent Christoph into the walls if he wasn't careful.
Yeah, Danny watches on. Blur has left the session. There's a lot of connection issues tonight. Don't know what's going on.
Blur has left the session in a blur. But nevertheless...
KT gets left as well.
Oh, Thor's DNF! Thor's DNF in the Grand Prix. It's a safety guard. The safety guard is out on Dulac. And people might go for the new tyres into the pit. I don't think you should. If you started on... there should be no question about it. Unless you got damaged, then sure, go into the pits. Milan said, I've had enough. Goodbye. I'm going to retire on track. So that means Milan, one of the front runners, has just said, you know what, goodbye, I'm done with this.
Yeah, he had apparently had a glitch in terms of the tyres. I don't really know what happened there, but yeah, he had. Yeah, well, that's his race over and done with.
Well, this is not.
Unfortunately, Pistol, he wanted a restart, but we can't restart just for one person, unfortunately. So we will just have to. Yeah, we will just have to. Yeah, but that was because of, like, that he just fucked the whole thing up. Like, he fucked the start up at Canada Tier 3. It affected the whole grid because, you know, the jump starts, the safety car, and all that, everything was just fucked.
That is true, to be fair. But
yeah.
Here we go then.
So
anybody gonna come into the pits? I don't believe anybody should, but if they do, then maybe we might judge. To be honest, I'm just a little commentator myself, aren't I?
Yeah, well, Pistol, you are back on the circuit tomorrow. You can join us tomorrow, guys, for the Tier 2 Qatar Grand Prix.
And if you want to watch that tomorrow, then you can with STB Maddie and Matthew on the guns. But if you want to see Tier 2,
maybe he's left and it's retired him. Maybe he left and it's retired him, Pistol.
Alexander Delnick's in the pits. I don't know what for, but that means Semi-K is up into P2 Maldi. Right off the start. This is absolutely perfectico for Semi-K. Maybe Alexander Zalnik's just looking for medium soft now towards the end of this race. I'm not too sure what the bloody hell he's doing. But if the strategy does work, then it will work.
What size has he gone on to? Medium?
He's gone on to mediums.
Okay, interesting stuff. But now he's got to get through all the traffic. Adam Hunlo, Julian, Danny, Christoph, Maffio, SK, you know, got to get through all these guys, yeah. So
that's going to be quite a bit of a sticky one for
yeah.
Shut up. And Blur said I've had enough as well. So for that.
What? She just retired from the thing. Is she just retired?
He has just retired from the thing. So.
I don't know. Let's see what's happening in the Discord.
Take a peek in the Discord. Which, by the way, where you actually can join the STB Racing League. So it seems like it was a mistake, and actually Blur just had to leave the game for a moment, and it just retired him by itself. believe they are wanting for a restart, Melody.
Yeah, but we can't restart because not everyone's been affected. If half the grid has been affected, we would restart the Grand Prix. Like, for example, if the safety car was deployed on lap 1 and everyone was just... Hold on. Pistol, carry on with the thing. I'm going to go in the chat.
Alrighty. So then here we go. Brainy Cactus still leading the way. They've got the Red Bull behind of Semike, who's looking, oh, he almost hit the back of Brainy Cactus there, didn't he? So he's got to be very careful. And, well, onto the restart. You can just take a look at Pistim as well. He's in P3. It's been a very good start for him so far. Definitely going to be a Tier 1 driver next season, as he will probably win the Tier 2 championship. Speaking of Tier 2, I'm racing there. So, coolioso, really, isn't it? But you can take a look at, of course, Tier 3, which I'll be winning, of course. We already know that, though, so just shouldn't even be a question. Brainy Cactus P1, Semike P2, Piston P3. That's a top 3 I like to see, if I'm honest. That's a top 3 I don't get to see often. Also to highlight, Rafio in P6, or Mafio in P6, in the Aston Martin. He's doing quite well for himself currently, and he's done well this Grand Prix, and hopefully he can continue doing that and climb up the rankings as well. Jelin Kanandorovic and Adam Hunlon having a little bit of a mix-up there in the midfield under the safety car, but nevertheless we will get the safety car restart sorted here very shortly, as the safety car will come in this lap. As Brainy Cactus.
The drivers are very fuming, pissed off, I'm not going to lie, they're fuming, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do. Only 2 drivers have been affected. Kotiga's racing, right? Kotiga's driving around.
Kotiga is racing.
Yeah, that's what you know, it's just stupid glitches, and unfortunately it just really messes up some of the fun for the drivers. So yeah, I apologise to Milan and Blur for that. It's just extremely unfortunate for those guys.
Well, safety cars in, and the drivers are out. Brainy Cactus to get us underway on the restart. Semike just behind, and he's already gone.
Pistol, can we make sure we see what tyres everyone's on as well on the stream?
Yes.
Please.
Very early restart there by Brainy Cactus. Everybody on mediums or hards. Top 11 pretty much, except for DJ Danny on those hards. Everybody else on mediums. So there you go, guys. There is your compound for lap 7 of 29. There's a bit of a separation there between Boas and SK, and now round the outside.
Mafia, there's been a collision at the back. What the fuck is going on?
And Callum has gone round again.
Callum span again. I don't know what is going on at the back end of that field there. It's a bit, yeah, I don't know. It's not good. Well,
nevertheless, Rappy gets the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on lap 7 of 29. That's not good for Rappy, and he's now lost the position over to Darius Kotiga, who in P13 has overtaken for P13. Oh, bit of a mistake there by both Vadim Shapilov and Rappy going into that right hand up. Pissed him right onto the back here of Semike, sorry. And Adam Hunlow's made a mistake as well. He's gone round. He's had an awful sprint race and now Grand Prix race.
What is going on? Why are they all spinning and crashing?
Yeah, it's not really good, is it? But Semike, right now, he's getting pressured a lot by Pistem here. In P2, Semike, but potentially P2 for Pistem. Callum gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's now down the pit lane, straight we go. And now Pistem, he's right onto that back of Semike. Semike, will he look for the move just yet? No, he won't. So it just seems like potentially Pistem running a bit of high downforce for this race. As, well, Semike still right onto the back, and DJ Danny and Alexander Delnik going side by side here. He sends it Danny inside once more of DJ Danny.
The tyres on that Mercedes pistol are going to be incredible.
Pistem overtake on Semike. Pistem overtake on Semike. Down the inside he went, going into the double right-handers. Mid overtake completed. Callum's caused a safety car. No, he just made an honest mistake. Never mind then. So Callum makes just an honest mistake, and safety car is out on the track. I'm not really sure why it was a safety car, but nevertheless, it is a safety car.
Safety car is out once again. That brings Adam Hunlow back into it.
Damn, that's 2 safety cars in 8 laps, fellas. Just a little bit of a hefty start to this
Yeah, very chaotic. To be honest though, Pistol, I mean Qatar, you know, it's a very well, it's one of the quickest tracks on the calendar.
It is, so it's quite difficult to just like stop yourself from smacking into back or something. It is quite difficult to just not do that. It should be common sense not to, and it is common sense not to. But unfortunately, it's just not as easy.
Whoa! What the fuck just happened there? We had an Alpha Tauri go into the side. I think that was
Mafia.
I don't know who that was, but it was an Alpha Tauri, and he just completely swerved into the lane.
I just about got that on my stream, Maldy. So very interesting there, and they're into the pits for mediums. These
double stack for Alpha Tauri.
Sorry, you're not getting mediums to the end of this race. I don't know if they're thinking of that or they're just praying for another safety car. But either way, you stay out. You stay out really at this point in time.
I want to know how we've had 2 safety cars at Qatar.
I could just tell off this race and be like, why in the hell was there 2 safety cars in Qatar? I'm so annoyed. But nevertheless, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just two whoopsies in Qatar. Hopefully the drivers will fix out their whoopsies near the end of this race, and they will, because this is tier 1 and they are very organised.
Well, I
knew you could do that. Brainy Cactus MP1, MP2, CKP3, Seabirds P4, blah blah blah. So we're just waiting on VIF Callum, who's currently P16, back in the grid with a 3-second time penalty.
He's on meetings as well.
Yeah, so it's not looking good for pretty much the bottom half of this grid right now. Top half, whoa, angel music. They're looking good right now. P1 P1 Brainy Cactus, P2 Piz10, P3 Semi-K. This is a banging battle for P1 Maldy. Something we really need to look forward to.
Yeah, and then you got Boas as well, and Christoph, he's got pace. Alexander is on an alternate strategy, so he's going to be quite quick on this restart of the mediums. It's definitely helped him out, Pistol, this safety car.
Absolutely. Nevertheless, though, we'll have to go, I believe, next lap, unfortunately, as Cam's not been able to catch up to safety car just yet.
I must say, Pistol, I don't know if it's just me, but today, while we wait for this safety car, today has really started, autumn has really autumned today in the UK. It's very cold this morning. Winter's definitely on the horizon.
Nobody cares,
really but it's really giving winter. You get it, it's really giving winter.
Nobody cares, Marley. We'll talk about F1 23 Qatar here. Sort yourself out. Talking about autumn. Be quiet, mate.
Yeah, well, what else? What else are people? People don't want to see cars go 60 miles per hour around the track.
Well, just shut up, mate. Okay, you don't need to talk about autumn, mate.
Well, that's not very nice, is it? Why are you telling me to shut up?
Because it's my duty to do so, really. To keep it on track as a commentator, innit?
Just because Attila, your driller, isn't right.
Shut up, okay, right. Shut up now. We need to get back on focus here. Semi-K P3. Shortly we'll get into P1. I assume so, anyways, because Semi-K is very, very confident driver on track. I think confident, a bit like Max Verstappen, is quite a undermeaning word. Let's be honest, an underlying word. It doesn't really. It has quite a lot of subtext to it, really. The word confidence to describe Semi-K. We're getting into that English bit now. I need to shut up. Semi-K, of course, he was going to be looking for some very quick. Oh, Mafio landed a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Julian Kalinantovic.
Oh, just know Mafio is pissed in the party right now. He's fuming. He's complaining. He's talking right now. Pistol down the mic. He's talking.
Right, what the bloody hell's going on here? What in the Deborah's going on? Right, safety car is in this lap, and
what in the Deborah's going on?
Shut up now. I apologise for making these streaks. We need to stay on track as commentators. I apologise.
Right.
Brady Cactus P1, Piston P2, Semi-K P3. Shut up, Maldy. Here we go for. Hey, you're commentating. You ain't a comedian. Stop laughing.
Right, here we go.
Right.
Well, you're not a comedian, but you're making me laugh. Anyway, talking about making me laugh. There's no more laughing because we're about to get going, Pistol, for lap number 11. Going on lap 11 now of the Qatar Grand Prix. Here we go.
When is Brainy Cactus going to go full throttle? He's gone. It's a bit of an early restart, really.
Yep.
From
Brainy Cactus has used his brain for the restart, and he's done a safe one. There you go. Look at that.
Never say that again.
Here we go. It's Rapids coming down the straight now in the slipstream.
Yeah, it is quite close. Between that midfield battle going down towards the first turn, I don't think anybody's going to get the overtake, though. But they want going down towards the first turn, except potentially for DJ Danny, who's right onto the back of course, Deus Cortiga. As we go into this left-hander now, he's just right onto the back of his chap, hasn't he? You can take a look at Piston here. He's literally sniffing the gearbox of the driver ahead of him, of course. And Alexander...
Side by side goes Alexander and Christoph. Christoph's up to P5 now, and Alexander's back up the inside. Oh, that was very aggressive there from the Mercedes. He can't get the move done just yet. He has to stay in P6. But that's a good little bit of racing there from the Russian. Spenny's left again. Oh, there you go. Not been his day today.
Piston is still right, hunched onto the back of Brady Cactus. He's looking for the move now, going into the left hand. He's got such high downforce. He's losing that time in the straights and gaining the times right back into the corners. We take a look at
this is giving Sim an opportunity to look as well.
Yes, and as we go into these three right-handers, so difficult to try and nail each and every single time you go around the circuit. Don't know what Piston was doing there, weaving left to right there, but nevertheless we'll look past it. As
Mafia, SK off the circuit there.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be removed, that one. That 3-second time penalty will most definitely be removed if he doesn't get another warning this race. So, there's a bit of contact actually going down towards turn one. Piston looking for the move here into the first turn, and he's looking for a switchback manoeuvre. Switchback manoeuvre by Piston. Switchback manoeuvre by Piston. He's been right blocks there, where Brady Cactus is going into turn 2, worrying about P5. Should be worrying about P1, Maldy, because that switchback.
Pistol. It is kicking off here in Qatar.
It is. As Boas now can be side by side here, round the outside. Oh, there's a bit of contact. SKO, there's massive contact. See, Boas has hit Alexander Delnick off wide. So that's definitely going to be a penalty for Boas after this race. And you can take a look at SK just slamming down that throttle. That penalty will most likely be removed, as well as Mafio's. So, whoa, my word, that's a 10.5 by SK there. He's absolutely sent that on Boas. Our move is completed though, Maldy.
Yeah, so SK is out of the championship battle. However, you can still get involved in some battles.
And Julian Kanonantovic still right to the back of Mafia. Oh!
Jesus Christ.
La 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 la.
And he's been taken out again.
Right down the inside goes Alexander Delnick. I think that might have been Vegas Christoph's mistake, if I'm not mistaken there. SK with the move on Semi-K though, Maldi. What's your opinion on that move?
There's so much happening right now, Pistol. There is so much happening in this Grand Prix, I couldn't tell you.
Benny's just said, you know what, I'm done with this race. I'm just going to retire on track, which is not good, really. He's just retired, though, in AI mode. He's not done it.
I think he's got connection issues. There's nothing he can really do. Really.
Well, Piston's right to the back of Brendan Cactus, so he might lunge it going into this turn. Oh no! It looks like SK does. He absolutely sends it down the inside on a.
Oh wow! And SK's going for the move. SK's going.
Round the outside for P1 now. SK. Wow! What a bit of driving that is by SK. Sends it down the inside. He's side by side as well going on to the exit. Round the outside into the right hander. Beautiful. It's like he's driving against 0% AI.
This could actually be the strategy. SK is on the fresh mediums. This could be it for SK in this Grand Prix. He's now got the pace. He's got the advantage on those better mediums.
16 laps is all that needs to happen in this Grand Prix. And Samika has to be P1 by the end of it.
Yeah, he needs to win. Otherwise, that's it.
Maffeo almost punting him up the bum cheeks, but nevertheless, going on to the exit now. Pistem with
That's a
DRS.
mental sentence.
So, yeah, I should have said that. My bad.
Oh, and Maffio's actually coming through. Maffio's going to get the move done. He's on those mediums, though.
Whoa! 2 for 1 like a Tesco meal deal. Down the inside, Maffeo goes. On Pistem going into the right-hander. 2 for 1. A bit like Marks and Spencer's there. Well done, Maffeo.
There you go.
Bit like M&S.
We'll have all the M&S.
Here, I'll have all the Doritos, mate.
But to be fair, shut up. Maffio is now going to have that grip as well over Brainy Cactus. He's going to go for this move, I think. Brady's had a bit of a moment.
And that's a move completed down the inside. Maffio went off Brainy Cactus. He got that move completed. Done and dusted. Up to P2.
There you go. Those hards are going to be wearing out as well, Pistol. They're going to be wearing out
well,
quite
Rafio
considerably.
and SK right now, P1, P2, they're doing quite well for themselves. And of course, Brainy Cactus, Pistem, and Samike all need to box in a couple of laps' time.
Yeah, but SK and Maffio still need to box as well in this Grand Prix. Those means we'll not get to the end of the race.
They definitely won't. Adam Hundle and Giordani getting a little bit of a squabble there into the final sector.
Yeah.
And take a look at Pistem, 3-second time penalty. Big mistake, big mistake from Pistem.
And he's in the slipstream now. ERS is very hard to manage as well. Samike's got 70% to Pistem and Brainy Cactus's 30. So he's definitely got the ERS in hand here.
Indeed. And Samike is just right onto the back of Pistem. And he's going to do every single thing he can to get a victory here tonight. And he has to get a victory tonight. Otherwise, done and dusted, you're out. You're gone. Really?
You're out, you're gone, that's it. Booyah.
And going into the left-hander, you can just take a look. Pistem with a little...
And there's been a spin! There's been a spin! That's Alexander.
Tuts. Alexander Delnick yet again spinning. Yet again in a crash. It's just really not what you expect from a debuter. Bowers with a 3-second time penalty. He's definitely not a debuter. Bowers winning the championship last year out. He's not anywhere near winning it this year out, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we'll see next season.
Well, Semike now into these right-handers. And oh, look at that speed he carried out through there. So much more better than Pistem. As we're going to the left-hander. Almost going a bit wide there, Semike. But nevertheless, into the right-hander right now.
Bowers is in the pit.
Bowers into the pit lane. But here we go. Semike, everything completed, done and dusted. I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile, in a few kangaroo. Up to P4, Semike goes.
Right, next up is Cactus. He's got the ERS in hand, Pistol. He has the ERS compared to everyone else around him. Pistem is also low on fuel. You can see he's got the red light. He's got the red thing on his fuel pistol.
He has actually, yeah, he has. Pistem, that's another thing to add as well. The fuel consumption is here is it consumes a bit like STB Maldi a lot, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, well, I'm gonna stop saying.
I might go shop after this race. Get some Doritos.
Yeah, of course you do, mate. Actually, I think you're lying here, Maldi, because you got to have the red on the left bit. On the thing on the left on the telemetry, he doesn't have that. So you're a bit of an idiot, really, aren't you? So,
what do you mean?
You got the fuel on the left, yeah, under the RPM, and then the ting-a-ling on the right. The fuel has to be the thing that's flashing red. It was the ting-a-ling that was flashing red. In the pit stop, Pistem in the pits.
But he had some sort of problem.
Yeah, maybe damage. Who knows? But nevertheless, DRS ERS activated for Semike. Currently, he'd win on track, but of course, SK, he might get his time penalty removed. So.
Oh, there's some action as well. That's Darius Kotiga and Adam Hunlo. Adam Hunlo ran the outside. Alexander's retired from the Grand Prix.
And yeah, it's a great move there from Adam Hunlo. Round the outside. Job done. See you later, alligator. And a wild crocodile in a bit. Carrot. And oh! New Vegas. Christoph with a bit of
Sam's actually got the move done. Sam's got the move done.
Yeah, he has.
I wonder what his tyres are on, Pistol, because I swear the tyres were very worn at this point in the Grand Prix for us.
But by the way, when he says for us, he means in a different league. Right now, the tyres probably, yeah. I mean, those tyres must be like around 60-70% edging towards that area. As Adam Hunlow.
Anyway, talking about edging, we've got Adam Hunlow edging himself. That sounds really bad, sorry.
Yeah.
Edging himself round Brainy Cactus, and he's up to P4 now.
Yeah, the little sly bastard's got himself up into P4. Adam Hunlow looking to hunt down. So that's a bit rude, sorry.
Yeah, that was a bit.
Callum, 3 seconds. Apologies, Adam.
Sem's in.
Yes, Sem is in, and he almost hit the wall there on the outside. If he wasn't careful, he might have wheel-carded himself out the race, like I did in Spain. Semike into the pits though for Red Bull as he turns in on the right and on the mediums he goes. If there was a safety car out on track right now, SK, Mafio, love and life. But Shapilov hitting Brainy Cactus there, I think. Oh, he's got a puncher! He's got a puncher! Brainy Cactus has got a puncher! So
you're lying.
That's the first puncture I've seen in STB since Portugal Tier 3 last season. Puncture, lap 18, lap 29, out of 29, sorry. I told you, Amaldi, I told you these tyres, so difficult to have. Make sure you don't turn in on a Red Bull, by the way, when you rejoin the track, Brainy Cactus. Yeah, he's stuck going 100 miles per hour down these straights. It's not good for him. Rappy. He's got a puncture. Rappy's got a puncture as well. They're dropping like flies. Rappy's also got a puncture. Anybody else? Who wants another puncture, eh? Who wants another puncture?
Brainy Cactus. Brainy Cactus has got a puncture, and you've got Rappy with a puncture as well.
Bloody hell, Deborah. This is an incredible race so far. Brainy Cactus. He wasn't using his brains on these tyres, to tell you what. Oh, he's in the wall. He's in the wall. Oh my god. Semike is losing his shit right now because the safety car has just come out on the circuit for a pretty much a free pit stop for everybody. I think Brainy Cactus has just fucked up Sem's chances of winning the championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it Brainy Cactus in the wall or was it Rappy in the wall?
Brainy Cactus was in the wall.
That is pretty mental. But are the softs still going to get to the end of the race? Christopher's gone on to set softs.
No.
I don't think they're going to get to the end, and Brainy's hitting the fucking wall on the entrance there. Rappy's coming into the pit lane. God, if only this was full damage
Wing
and
damage.
not reduced.
Fuck off me.
Floor damage would be mental.
Shut your fucking mouth, mate.
What?
Brainy Cactus on this exit though. On
Sem's
softs, those softs are not making the end. I'm sorry.
Sem is gonna be.
I mean,
pissed.
yeah, it's 10 laps, whatever. But these tyres, at best, they're already gonna be like 35% by 5 laps. So 10 laps, you're looking at around 70% by the end of this race. So, I mean, it's not puncture territory, but if you do spin and you stay on these tyres to the end, you are within puncture territory. So, it's quite risky. You've got to be quite delicate on these softs towards the end. SK, Rafio, Adam Hunlow, Darius Katiga, Vadim Shapilov, Dida Dani, VIF, Callum, Yulin Kananantovic, potentially Pistem. I think it should be Pistem. Pistem should be boxing.
Mafio's got a stop go
Pistem
pen.
stayed out. Pistem stayed out. Mafio, Rafio with that stop and go pen. Boa stays out. Semike's into the pits. What is Sem in the pits for?
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Is he going on softs? Oh, Semike.
Why has he done that? Why has he done that?
It's not giving what it needs to give, to be honest, from Semike.
Does he not understand that the softs are not going to get to into this Grand Prix? Doesn't?
I mean, if you're getting like 7% each lap, 6%, 7% each lap, which you do around Qatar, times that by 10, you got around 70%. You're not going to get a puncture by the end of the race. So I think I was wrong with that. You probably won't get a puncture, but you're going to be very, very, very slow near the end of this race. And Semi-K now he's got 9 laps.
The mediums would have been better, surely.
The Mandem's got 9 laps to try. And
he's not going to do that. What is this?
I think the championship is officially over, Mardy.
Why is he pitted? Yes, Pistol, obviously they're going to have the advantage in the first, like, may say, 4 laps of this. But the tyres are going to drop off dramatically. He's not going to have the pace.
SK leads. That 3-second time penalty might be removed after the race. Adam Mundell second. Darius Katiga third. But we look all the way down to Semi-K, who's in a mere P12.
Matt, Pistol. Look who's in P4.
Rafio is in P4.
And he has served his stop-and-go penalty.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
We're no longer cheering on for SMK because that's done and dusted. We're now cheering on...
He's in the pit. What's he doing?
What is Blood doing? Has he said he's had enough? Is he leaving?
What's he doing?
Did it put him on the oh. Semi-K. Brady Cactus is in. Rappy's in.
What's he doing? What is he actually doing, Pistol? What is he doing?
In the words of Semi-K, this is absolute bullshit. I can't believe what is going on here in Qatar, because Semi-K has pretty much ended his chances of becoming champion of the world.
I'm fucking done. Fuck me, I'm done. Fuck this shit, man.
Semi-K did all that rambling to you for 45 minutes just to finish P12 in Qatar. Sorry.
Right, well, anyway, Pistol, anything can happen in STB Tier 1, so, you know, anything can still happen in this Grand Prix. I mean, great stuff.
Happy with a 3-second time penalty.
We'll see you in Brazil, innit, for the for the finale with no championship battle.
Yeah, fucking shit stir.
Oh,
right.
I'll race Brazil Tier 1.
Yeah, you'd finish last, mate, by about like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Alright.
You're shit at Brazil.
DJ Danny's doing well. He's P8 at the moment.
Yeah, he is doing alright, to be fair.
He's doing decent. Big up DJ Danny. Right, is he going to be in this lap? No, absolutely not.
Next lappy yappy. That's when it's
Got to wait for another lap. Got to wait for another lap. Pistol. It's taking a piss a bit now. 3 safety cars this Grand Prix. I thought Qatar was like
free flowing in that.
It's a very wide circuit.
Well, Matt can't do wide circuits, but he's in P4, so. Just bullshitting to us in Qatar.
Oh, fucking dead.
Shut up, man. Maffio's in P4
That's incredible. What? That's amazing, that
Adam Hunlo. I mean, Maffio, if he does overtake Darius Katiga, technically he's got P1 on track. But, yet again, if SK's 3 seconds are removed, then that will result in a victory for SK. I don't know about Adam Hunlo, unfortunately, so. But I'm assuming that can't be removed.
Yeah, but we would still interview Maffio as the race winner. Touch wood. Gotta touch the wood. Right then.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. You've now just cursed Maffio into crashing out of school. I tell you what. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he. I wouldn't be surprised if he just retired now and just fucked up the whole lobby. To be honest. Bloody
imagine
hell,
that. Oh.
Stop being an absolute idiot for.
Touch wood. Right.
This guy, man. Why am I content with you? You dusty you.
What?
Shazim Milan's joined.
Hello.
Right. Right.
He wants to join the combox. He can report from pit side. Right. Here we go then. SK will be leading the drivers on lap 22 of the Grand Prix. It's been a long evening. It's been a long evening for these drivers, I must say.
It's been a long evening.
Really been taking the.
Yeah, that's it. Championship.
Oh, I'm done.
Championship's over.
Fuck this shit, man.
Championship's
That'll
over.
be taken. That'll be taken off, but still.
Yeah, I'm pissed off still. Right.
Has he got damage?
SK's gone. SK's gone. Booyah, raw roots. He's already gone, and I can just take a look at Mafia here. Right onto the back of Darius Katiga, and right onto the exit. Oh, it's a poor exit. Pistons right on the back of this. Pistons right onto the back of this. Raffio go. Raffio? Bloody hell, Pistol. What are you want to
Raffio.
Raffio now going towards the first turn.
You watch out for Piston, no Pistol at the back end of this Grand Prix.
Well, can Mafio get P1? Can Mafio get a P1E? Because if he does, I swear to Lord, I'm going to be ecstatic.
Right, anyway,
I just want to take a look here at SK's penalties. View lap times. 2 warnings, penalty and a warning. But he's also got another warning after that. So that must mean that his penalty will stand. SK's penalty will stand off this race.
He's got another warning.
Yeah, he's got one of the warnings. So this means all Matthew needs to do is to just overtake Darius Katiga, and he's won, I'm pretty sure.
Here we go. Sem's going for Moo, and the outside. What's a Moo there from the Red Bull down the back of the field. Brainy Cactus has been pushed round the corner.
And, sorry, hold on, give me a second.
Bloody hell. Semi's really trying to get past these drivers now as the Ferrari goes a bit wide. Through the fastest section of the circuit. Is Sem going to get this move?
Oh, bloody hell, I'm back. Right.
Oh my god, there's been a collision down. What the fuck just happened there?
I don't know, maybe I didn't get it on stream. I know.
Christoph has just spun across the circuit there. That's not good. That's not good.
Race director, we're going to take a look at Adam Hundlall's penalties. Penalty and 2 warnings, but he hasn't got a penalty after that. So it's still a question to whether or not it's a penalty.
At the moment, this is looking mental. Oh my fuck. Badding, piss off. Fuck off Mafio's chances here. Fuck off.
Well, just one little mistake from Darius Katiga, and that's all it is to get a win.
But remember, still though, SK still needs to keep within. Stay ahead by 5 seconds. Come on, Mafio.
Darius Katiga's on 2 warnings. And Mafia's on 1 warning. So this is giving, really, isn't it? This is giving.
This is giving what it needs to give. This is giving. How about Shapilov?
Darius Katiga was almost wide. Mr. Vadim Shapilov. What's he looking at? 3 warnings. 4 warnings, but no penalty. Don't know how that's happened, but, you know.
That's bullshit.
It's practically a pen anyways. We'll just add it after the race. Just done and dusted, isn't it? we'll just add it after the race. Nobody knows, we'll just add it.
Here we go. Mafio is going to be the adrenaline. I can imagine the breathing that Mafio's doing right now. If you've seen the streams, Pistol, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Right, you don't need to imitate it, mate. Don't imitate it, because that's just weird. So don't even. Right,
Sem's up to P8 now in this Grand Prix. Next up for him is Callum.
This needs to give, really, hasn't it? Because Darius Katiga, if he gets 1 penalty is all it could mean to Mafio to win Qatar, to win.
Right, Pistol, don't get too ready yourself, because commentator curse is a big thing in STB, so just keep it calm.
Touch wood. Touch wood.
You got to touch the wood. Right.
Absolutely. Right.
Come on, Maffio.
Well, there's Katigo, just watching him now for these couple of laps. I'm just watching him as he goes to that third sector. Just looks
No,
quite uneven
Maffio's
sometimes.
gone wide there. Keeping that DRS, Maffio. Keeping the DRS. I don't think
Vadim Shapilov. Vadim Shapilov.
Look at the ERS situation here, pistol between Maffio and Kotiga as well. Do watch out for that. There is ERS management going on for Maffio. And Darius is going to have that red light. Maffio's going to be licking his lips.
Yeah, Vadim Shapilov just looking for the overtake here, just stalking Maffio. I think we should genuinely just add on the warning off this race. I can't lie, because Vadim Shapilov, sorry, a penalty on this race. He's got four warnings and hasn't got a penalty. Let's be honest. He's got a 3 second here. Simike overtakes Callum.
Right, next up for him is pit 10, but yeah, I think it might be too late for the Red Bull.
Rappy another 3 seconds. He's done absolutely awful this race, unfortunately for him.
Kotiga has got a flashing light. That's going to really slow him down through this section of circuit.
Vadim Shapilov rides onto the back of STB Rafio. Can he win?
I can't even imagine Maffio's blood pressure right now.
Maffio 3 sec!
I'm done. I'm fucking done. No, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm done.
I'm leaving.
No,
Yeah,
I'm done.
Oh god.
That's it.
Hold on for a second here. He only had one warning. Did he get another one? He got a penalty plus 2 warnings. Right. That's probably going to be removed. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Yeah, well done, Maffio. Just cock up your race, innit? Yeah, I don't care. I don't care really, do I? Yeah. 1 second gap now between Vadim Shapilov and Darius Katiga. And I think Darius Katiga's just going to walk away with this, if I'm honest. Once he gets a 3 second time penalty, then Vadim Shapilov will win.
That's mental. But yeah, Semi K is going for the overtime. He's trying to get Mia here. He has got a penalty, remember, as well.
Well, it's done and dusted for the championship, let's be honest. There's no way Simike is going to win. So it's done for the championship standings. Attila will surely win. At the end of
Attila Pistols Driller will be the champion.
Oh, that seems a bit weird, that, mate. I can't lie.
What?
But Vadim Shapilov could actually overtake Darius Katiga here and potentially win himself. So we'll see if he can overtake, and if he does, then he'll get the win for the wrong Red Bull. Let's be honest, the wrong Red Bull. DRS overtake mode has been activated for Vadim Shapilov as he turbos down towards that first turn. Bloody hell, sorry. SMK with the overtake for P6. And, yeah, Darius Katiga just being stalked, really. Rappy's got 24 seconds. How has he not been disqualified at this point? Let's be honest. Nevertheless, though, Vadim Shapilov. Whoa, made a mistake there, hasn't he? He's made a bit of a cheeky mistake there. And Darius Katiga needs to do everything he can to try and take away the win tonight. Rappy with another mistake. And Vadim Shapilov to take the win for Red Bull, but for the wrong Red Bull, like I just said. It's fine, man. We'll just change Vadim Shapilov's name to STB Semike, and then, you know, we'll go on into Brazil. We'll give like a 30-point reduction for Attila for next week. Don't worry about it. We'll still keep the championship alive, innit? TRS Open. Now for Vadim Shapilov, it's now or never for the Red Bull as we go down towards the first turn. Vadim Shapilov, side by side into the first turn. It's a bit of a squeeze down the inside. It looks like it's going to be defended by Darius Katiga. Big bit of defence there.
Well, I'm going to say Pistol is if these two collide and start battling for a lot. It could really
Wow,
still
the
help.
Haskell, there's a
SK
little bit
here
of a
for the
collision
win.
there. On the inside lane, Darius Katiga is still able to keep the move going. He's still there. It's giving what it needs to give. Piston, 3 seconds time penalty for Marcus.
It's giving
Sorry,
what it needs to give.
I need to shut up. I'm telling you to you. I'm sorry everybody watching this. I actually apologise to everybody watching this. My commentating speak is shambles these past few weeks. I'm actually sorry, you know. I'm actually sorry. Nevertheless, though, Vadim Shapilov is still right onto the back of Darius Katiga. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Darius Katiga is going to run away with this. Just at the death. Unless Vadim Shapilov can find something down that last pit lane straight. Because Darius Katiga is going to have no DRS, Maldi. So here we go then. Is it going to be a photo finish for P1 here in Qatar? Is it Darius Katiga or is it Vadim Shapilov? Round the last turn we go. DRS activate mode. ERS activate mode. Across the line. Will Vadim Shapilov? Oh my. Okay. 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 Okay, Darius. Okay.
What the?
But nevertheless, whilst the drama's happened here tonight, the drama backstage, the celebrations backstage roar louder than the mistakes made tonight because Attila is champion of the world!
Yeah, Attila Pistol is your champion for Tier 1. It is confirmed. Sem couldn't do it, unfortunately. May have made the wrong strategy call. He may have made the right strategy call. Who knows? That is your Tier 1 Qatar Grand Prix. Going over, Pistol, to the race results. As it stands at the moment, SK is actually won that race. He has actually won the Grand Prix. Like legit won the race. I don't know what Kotiga was doing. I ain't got a clue what the fuck he was doing. I'm not even going to lie to you. But SK is your winner here in Qatar.
Well, that ending wasn't really good, but nevertheless, it's an ending to the championship, which Attila will hold true to his heart because he is champion of the world. Semi K was begging for a second chance, and he fucked it up. Whoop-de-doo. We go over to next season, where hopefully it's going to be a bit more of an interesting Tier 1 battle for that top spot. But now, it's the end of the stopwatch. The stopwatch has clicked to 0, and now we have SK in the party. Can you include your audio, SK?
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely, jubbly. So we'll start off with you, and only you, really, in this party. Because, of course, the other two who got podiums that race were, of course, on computer. Or PC, whatever. SK, P1 tonight. Very, very, very weird race. Can you take us through your race for tonight, please?
Well, first of all, the sprint race actually went quite alright, with finishing P5. But I had a 3-second penalty because I got pushed off, which wasn't really ideal. Then starting P10 on a track where track position is that important was very annoying. But then, yeah, the race, I don't know, I had good pace the entire time, which is just really hard to overtake. But then I was really lucky that nobody pitted under that nobody from front guys pitted under that second safety car. And yeah, on those fresh mediums, I just was so much quicker than those guys on the old hards. Yeah, I just could breeze past them pretty easily. Yeah, and then I could manage my gap quite well. Yeah, then towards the end was just flat out every lap. I don't know who that was behind me. I think it was McLaren. Yeah, he pushed me all the way to the end. yeah, but I'm really happy with my performance. Like probably one of my better races. Yeah.
Well,
Thank you very much, SK, for the interview. Shut up, Maldy.
yeah,
Thank you very
Pistol.
much for the interview, SK. And I'm going to do the outro now because I feel a bit cheeky.
Well, no,
today,
Pistol, because
really.
next
I'm
week
doing
is
the
next
outro.
week. So
Yeah,
just a minute.
right.
Thank you very much, Pistol.
No.
Thank you for
Right, go on
commentating
then,
with me
go on then.
tonight, Pistol. Very
Yeah.
chaotic Grand Prix here in Qatar, as I like to call it in Arabic. Yeah, great
Shut
race.
up.
Very questionable defending from Darius on the final lap there, but it did mean that SK is your win. I'm sure the stewards will sort that out. The steward will sort that out as the clips get sent in. Thank you, SK. Congratulations as well to everyone, well, the podium. Congratulations to, of course, Attila, who is now officially your season 23 world champion. You can join us tomorrow, me and Maffio, tomorrow for Tier 2, where we will be giving you the coverage of Qatar Tier 2. Pistol, shut the fuck up. Tier 3 on Wednesday, Maffio and Callum. But then next week we go to the best track of the season. We go back home. We go to the Autódromo de Interlagos for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. We'll see you next week in Brazil.
Brazil's an awful track. Goodbye.